So the Mario Sonic 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games was finally announced. We knew that Sega had the rights to the Olympic Games, but they never announced it in the Nintendo Direct, they never announced it at the Sonic South by Southwest panel, and we thought, what the hell's going on here? But at SEGA Fes of all things, the Sega specific event, they announced the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games for 2020. I don't know how I feel about this game, and in fact, I am a bit terrified on what's gonna happen to it. So we have a few, and I mean a few, tinty glimpses of gameplay and screenshots. They look okay. One thing I've noticed is that the animations look really, really nice, but that's about all that's really noteworthy, because they actually announced that there's 4 games. There's Mario Sonic on the Switch, Mario Sonic on the arcades, a Olympic Games game that's not Mario or Sonic, it's just normal, and a Sonic-specific Olympic Games game, but for mobile devices, which makes sense. That's not a bad move at all. In fact, that's quite a smart move. I commend you for that, Sega. But I am pretty scared about Mario Sonic at the Olympic Games 2020. I hate that name. I hate the Olympic Games names. So, here's why I'm scared. So, if you played on the Wii U 2016, Mario Sonic at the Rio 2016 Olympic Games. Now, this game, while it was actually pretty good, it had a hub world and everything, it actually felt pretty premium. It felt pretty nice. One thing was missing. What was that one thing? Dream events. Dream events are the heart and soul of the Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. I hate saying that. I've got to find a better way to say that. But they're the heart and soul. These are where you actually get to go into the worlds of the opposite franchise and see how it would play out. And you get these cool remixes, cool visuals, cool events, and they're really, really fun. I think the game that sold it the most, and it was fantastic, and I literally got it right here, Mario Sonic at the London 2012 Olympic Games. This game is super, super good. This is really underrated. So not only were the minigames super, super fun, but also the dream events were super, super good. And there were a lot of them. Now my worry is that either they're going to be missing completely, or they're going to butcher them so hard and there's going to be very, very, very few of them. Because I'm pretty sure, do not quote me on this, I'm pretty confident that in the Sochi Olympic Games on the Wii U, there were way fewer dream events than there were in the previous games. At the Olympic Winter Games, I had loads, and then the first one had a few because it was the first one. I guess that makes sense. But London 2012 is the standard, I feel like. That has been set by Sega. Make that the new standard. That scares me. It just scares me. I don't know. I know I'm totally going off of gut feeling. I'm totally going off of absolutely nothing. But I'm scared they're just not going to do it, because I imagine they take a lot more work. I imagine it takes a lot of effort to try and make Olympic events based around specific Super Mario worlds. And I don't know if licensing goes into issue with any of this, because obviously Nintendo have to publish the game and Sega are usually the ones who actually develop the games. So I don't know if Sega need to get the rights to specific properties, specific like places in the Mario universe in order to put them in for the dream event, and the music too. Music is probably a highly regarded licensing issue, but we don't know. Though they did get away with remixing music in the past games, so honestly, I'm not 100% confident on that, but I'm just worried, you know. I'm just worried. It's just a gut feeling right here. That's it. It's a gut feeling. Now, as for the game overall, it looks fine. It looks like the London version and the very first version. That's it. It doesn't really look unique, which is a shame. I was really hoping, and I know I'm going off of glimpses of gameplay again. I could be judging this way too soon. I'm fully aware of that. It just doesn't look inventive enough. These games, I think they sell. On the Wii U, obviously not, because the Wii U, that's a dying, failing console. But I'm pretty sure the original one sold, and the 2 after that sold pretty decently. So hopefully it sells well on the Switch. But hopefully it's also good. They did specify that it was going to be full of motion controls, so I guess expect that. I hope that they'll have button control options, because it's the Switch and you might play it in handheld mode if you're not playing with like friends, or if you want to take it on the go, you know, the Switch. So hopefully they'll have opposite controls. Maybe they'll try and make it a bit more ambitious, because Mario and Sonic on the DS, the Olympic Winter Games, had, I think it had a story mode, like a full in-depth story mode, like an overworld and everything, and you did these specific events. And it was really cool. I've never actually played the game, but I've seen loads of footage of it, and I've always wanted to try it. But if they do something like that, or they do something like the Rio Olympic Games, where you have this cool overworld thingy, and you get to interact with the characters, and it looks super nice. Like, the graphics on the Wii U version was so good. You should actually check that out if you have not. Check that out. But if they do something like that, I'm hoping it's not just main menu, bam, all the events, and that's it. Please, it's the Switch. It's the next-gen console. Try and do something, I don't know, maybe a bit more ambitious? Maybe? Like I said, tiny glimpses of footage, but they could do it. So that's my concerns. That it's not going to really be ambitious enough, based on what we've seen. Because, like, even animations and stuff, like, they look good. They're obviously enhanced and everything. But it's the same, like, animations as before. Like, not, like, for example, Mario does some spinny twirly thing. And that's, like, his exact same special move he's had for all the other games. So it doesn't look like they're changing it up, which is also a big worry. Like, please? I don't know. I guess if it's not broke, don't fix it. But sometimes it was broke. Sometimes it was just waggle control for some reason. And it just wasn't really that engaging. That's why the Dream events, some of the Dream events were really great, because not all of them were all just full of waggle. It was like you would hold the Wii remote on its side and it would just be normal controls. Like, there was one, I think it was called Yoshi's Story, where you jump on like clouds and stuff, and it was super fun. Or there was one where you're in Sonic, you're in Pinball, the Pinball stage from Sonic Adventure 2. Pinball. Oh wait, is it called Bingo Highway? Bingo Highway? I can't remember. Bingo Highway, I'll call it that. I think that's what it's called. You get to, it's tiny motion controls, but it's really cool. You're in a bowl, and it's just so good. If the game does that, that is what I think is needed. I think that'll help the sales too. Like, who's gonna look at an Olympic Games game and be like, ooh, I want it, just because it has Mario and Sonic characters? Honestly, I just do not think that's how it works. I don't think people are gonna buy a game based on only the characters. Like, it has to have a somewhat similar aesthetic to these characters and franchises. Like, if someone sees Sonic running through some crappy Olympic, like, stadium, an Olympic stadium, are they going to buy the game? Because I don't know. I don't see that. But if they see Sonic in a Super Mario world, they're going to be like, oh my god, what the hell is this? And buy the game. I think Dream Events should be the whole game. And that's the one thing I've always been curious about throughout the entirety of these Mario and Sonic games. Why haven't the Dream Events been the entire game? I feel like that's such easy money. Like, the moment you see that the entire game is nothing but these cool Super Mario worlds and cool worlds from Sonic, why wouldn't you want to buy that game? That's awesome, that's so cool. You get these cool remixes, you get returning things you never thought would return. Why? I feel like that should be a thing. That is what I don't get, and I'm clapping for some reason. But that is pretty much everything. I've talked about this longer than I thought I would have. Final thoughts. Mario Sonic looks good, but I'm scared it's not going to have Dream Events, and I'm scared it's not going to be ambitious enough, and yeah, it is kind of confusing that they're doing the 4 games, but it's not a bad idea. The mobile game looks, I'm willing to bet that has to be Sega Hardlight, right? That can't be anybody else. That's going to be Sega Hardlight, which do make good games. But that's everything I've got to say. What do you think of this Mario Sonic at the Olympic Games game? Please, I need to stop saying it like that. I think that was pretty okay, but obviously we need to see it more. Oh, and it comes out in winter 2019. How did I not mention that? That's something I find weird. I don't know why it's coming out in winter. It's a summer game, and it's coming out in winter, and if that's the winter game for the Switch, I would be very shocked, unless it really is super duper ambitious, like I think it should be. But it might not be, it might well be. Who cares? Who knows? Well, I care. Who knows? Thank you all for watching, my dudes. This was cool. Yeah, I'm just dragging this on at this point. Peace out, my dudes.